Welcome to Washington Softball Stadium, where the Washington Demons softball team is looking to keep its undefeated Southeast Conference record going against Fort Madison. I'm Jack Knowlton as we welcome you to the pregame show brought to you by the N.C. Williams Agency of Farm Bureau Financial Services here in Washington. The Demons are ranked number 9 in all of Class 3A, having a great season, including an outstanding 5-0 start to Southeast Conference play. They will square off tonight against Fort Madison, the first of 3 matchups between these two teams. They will play again in a doubleheader on June 30th. Washington has dominated this series largely since 2007. They are 37-27, and more recently have won 5 of the last 6 games, including sweeping the season series with 3 victories. A year ago, they logged a 6-4 victory as well as 10-3 and 10-2 wins over the Bloodhounds. And the pitcher in the circle for Washington went 5 innings in that 10-2 win, Colby Greiner. She will be pitching against this fairly strong Fort Madison lineup. Ava Fugette will start things off. The second baseman, Jordan Marshall, in the 2 spot. Briley Lawrence, Kylie Lumino, Emma Sanad. Lucy Gathers, the designated player today. Lucia Darnell and Ava Taylor will round out the lineup. Olivia Buckner will bat 9th, and they have Tate Huffman playing the flex position. She'll play 3rd in the field for Fort Madison. And I mentioned Greiner. She went 5 innings, 72 pitches, gave up just 2 earned runs on 7 hits in that 10-2 win last year, had a 2.8 ERA with 3 strikeouts, and has only been better since. Greiner. She steps into the circle here to face off against Fugette and get this one underway. First pitch to Fugette is in there for a strike. Greiner, 5-1 record for Washington, has pitched the most innings, 40.2 thus far. Team best 2.75 ERA. Opposing hitters averaging under 100 against her. She's given up 29 hits, 19 runs, only 16 earned. That's the best among the 2 Washington starters. Isabella Salazar is also featured prominently this season. As that pitch was high for a ball for Ava Fugette, second baseman here for Fort Madison. Had a decent outing a couple of games ago against Central Lee, but strikes out here.
Now batting the pitcher, number 5, Jordan Marshall.
That'll bring up Jordan Marshall, who will be in the circle against these Washington hitters. Marshall leads this Fort Madison team with 12 singles this year, 12 hits to her name, so it's reached first every time she's gotten a hit. 30 at-bats, a team high as well in that 2 spot. .102 is high. She ducked for it. We'll go to 2-0 in the count. Greiner, I mentioned, has been much improved this season. She's continued to grow as one for the future for this Washington team. Has been a decent player, was last year. Had a 6-4 record, pitched 50 innings, so going to far surpass that at a 2.66 ERA. Pitches the 2-1. That one lofted up in foul territory and caught that time for out number 2.
Now batting the catcher, number 33, Briley Lawrence.
That'll bring Briley Lawrence up with 2 outs and a good start here for the Demons defensively. Lawrence, one of the best hitters on this Fort Madison team. 13 hits is a team high for her. This isn't a Fort Madison team that has been super strong with their power this year, but Lawrence has 3 doubles this year and does have 3 home runs to her name, which is a team high, but swings at that one for strike number 1. Lawrence 10 RBIs as well, a team high. Swings and misses 2 strikes here to Lawrence, and what a quick 1-2-3 inning would do for Washington as they're trying to get a early foothold in this game. I mentioned that 5-0 record they have on the line as that pitch inside. Lawrence saws it off to stay in the at-bat. Greiner's been instrumental to that 5-0 start. Washington in first place at 10-4 overall. They're a couple of games ahead of Fairfield, who they just took down in a doubleheader in their last games. That one high, dropped by the catcher Olivia Anderson. For Madison, currently in third, 5-5 record on the year for them, 3-2 in conference play, along with Fairfield. So everyone looking up at Washington right now early in the season as that pitch just misses outside for ball number 3. So the count is full to the best batter in this Fort Madison lineup. Payoff pitch to Lawrence. Swing and a miss. And a 1-2-3 inning to start things out for Colby Greiner. We'll kick it to a quick break, come back up, and we'll take a look at the Washington lineup at the bottom of the first here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
Welcome back to Washington softball field, where it is the Demons set to take their first cuts of the game. Colby Greiner, a 1-2-3 inning at the top of the first as we take a look at the Washington starting lineup, and one of the best leadoff hitters in the SEC and all of Class 3A as well, Leighton Salazar, start things off. So many school records already for Washington. Should be followed by Ella Greiner and Colby Greiner at the 2 and 3 spots. Olivia Anderson will hit 4th. Bella Salazar hitting 5th. Hallie Cutterback hitting 6th, followed by Mackenzie Messer, Natalie Hartman, and Reagan Miller in the 9 spot. As these Demons look to capitalize on a good outing from Colby Greiner. They'll be facing off against Jordan Marshall, the pitcher in the circle, taking her warm-ups, as you can see, for Fort Madison. Marshall, a 1-0 record on the year, making just her 3rd start of the season. Has only given up 21 hits. That's the best of this pitching staff for Fort Madison. 8 earned runs, only a couple of walks as well. Obviously limited appearances, 4.94 ERA, 7 strikeouts to her. And she will have a tough test straight away. One of the best players at getting on base, Leighton Salazar. Leads his team in hits, has 21 singles, 5 doubles as well, as battling with Olivia Anderson for the title among the Washington players. So the first pitch to the lefty is inside for ball number 1. Salazar at 8 hits over the 3 games against Fort Madison last season and rips that one to left. It gets beyond left fielder, and Salazar will cruise in. Thought about going for 3, but a leadoff double for Leighton Salazar, doing exactly what she does best.
Now batting your center fielder, number 9, Ella Greiner.
And what got past Emma Sonat out there in left. Cruising in for a double is Salazar, so that will take her 1 above Olivia Anderson. I mentioned they're both on 5 doubles for the season. First pitch in the dirt, and Salazar will advance. Salazar set the stolen base record for Washington in 2023. She's going to take advantage of any errors between pitcher and catcher for Fort Madison, and is now in a very dangerous position. And as Greiner rolls that one up the middle, and Washington will go up 1-0. Ella Greiner, an RBI single.
Your pitcher, number 20, Colby Greiner.
Bringing up the pitcher, Colby Griner. Obviously talented in the circle, but a decent batter for this Washington team as well, as she lost that one foul. Got some good contact on it on the first pitch. Griner hitting .295 this season. Griner last year was third on this team in doubles, had 7. As that pitch, a wild one, and that will advance Ella Griner. So a runner on second, 1-0 advantage for Washington here in the bottom of the first. Good start for the Demons. Such a good leadoff. Our first few batters in their lineup. As Griner gets good contact on that one, but Sanat able to make the catch in left, and there's one away.
Now batting the catcher, number 10, Olivia Anderson.
And we'll bring up Olivia Anderson, the catcher for Washington. Mentioned the 5 doubles on the year for her. 17 hits and 48 at-bats for the catcher. The 0-1, Anderson swings at that. Good pitch that time by Marshall, hitting her with the changeup inside. No chance for that, for Anderson to get contact on that one. So the 0-2, chance for a big out here for Marshall. That one bounces in the dirt before it reaches home. Count will go to 1-2. Marshall does to Anderson. Another one in the dirt, and that will allow Colby Griner to advance to third. The 2-2 coming with 1 out to Anderson. Good contact. Flown into left, and Sanat is under it. Griner going to attempt the tag. The throw to home, not in time. And it is 2-0 Demons. So Anderson taking care of business on the sac fly.
Now batting first baseman, number 14, Bella Salazar.
That will bring up Bella Salazar. Playing first tonight, obviously the other starting pitcher in the Colby Griner Bella Salazar duo. Salazar 14 hits this season. Pops that one straight back to Marshall, who's underneath it for out number 3. So the Washington leadoff hitters getting things done. They'll take a 2-0 lead to the second inning here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you. Summer is here, and Fairway's got you covered all baseball and softball season long. With a large variety and low prices, Fairway is the easy home run choice for all your grocery needs. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
back here at Washington Softball Field, where it is the Demons up 2-0 over the Fort Madison Bloodhounds, getting set for the top of the second here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We're proudly sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery. It was a 1-2-3 inning for the Bloodhounds in the first, and Kylie Lamino, up hitting fourth, playing shortstop for Fort Madison. Lamino, 9 hits on the year. Started all 8 games. She rifles that one into left, but in foul territory.
Kylie Lamino. Holy moly, I'm struggling. About 3 errors already. You want a diesel too? No, I got one.
So a hard hit ball, some good contact there for Lamino. 8 RBIs on the year for her. She watches that one outside. Count will go to 1-1.
He do it over a while. It eventually would have got to it, but it's real long when you get to that.
Griner deals. Lamino fouls that one over the backstop into the seats here behind home plate, where it's another packed house at Washington Softball Stadium. Overcast day. Not too much nice weather for the fans to enjoy, but has cooled down considerably since the JV game earlier tonight. Certainly the players will be grateful for that, as Lamino pops that one up to short, and it's caught there by Leighton Salazar for out number 1. That'll bring up Emma Sanad. Ball got past her on Salazar's leadoff hit in the first. And that allowed Salazar to cruise into second for a double, advance to third, and eventually scored to open the scoring for Washington, as Sanad swings and misses on that one. Emma Sanad, 4 hits for her. Fouls that one down the first base line. So an early 0-2 count. Sanada, sophomore, had 2 hits in 30 appearances last season as a freshman, hit 118, but definitely one that Coach Daughtery will be hoping for Fort Madison can be a leader in the future, but she swings through that one for out number 2. So a third strikeout now for Colby Griner. That'll bring up Lacey Griner's designated player for Fort Madison. Tate Huffman is the flex player. She's playing third in the field for the Bloodhounds. Swing and a miss there to Gathers. Gathers 5 hits for her this season, hitting .238, .511 OPS. Looking to get something going. Swings through that pitch, and Griner looks dialed right now. Some really consistent pitching. It's been a little bit high in the zone, but has gotten the last couple of batters to bite. Here's the 0-2. That one's watched by Gathers. Ball number 1. Here's the 1-2. That one's popped foul, and Gathers will keep herself in the at-bat. The 1-2, Gathers fouls another one. Just a little bit late on these last couple of pitches. Griner continuing to have a strong start. I mentioned her 2024 output. She pitched in 2023 as well as an 8th grader for this Washington team. Went 5-2 that year. Gave up 57 hits, a 3.39 ERA, and just has gotten plenty of experience. Got with a pitching coach in the offseason. before this year, and it has paid off so far for Washington. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit into the gap in right center. And in for a single there is Gathers. So the first hit of the ball game for Fort Madison belongs to Lacey Gathers.
15, Lucia Darnell.
That'll bring up Lucia Darnell. Darnell, just an 8th grader herself, hitting 167 on the year. That one inside for ball number 1. Here's the 1-0 to Darnell. Dodges that one inside, so a hitter's count. Griner trying to get dialed in again. He's had another strong start, but will certainly not want to let Fort Madison get into a 2-out rally. But the first 3 pitches to Darnell all inside. Griner can sometimes lose a little bit of command of the strike zone, but does a good job of refining it when she does. Here's the 3-0 though, and doesn't find it that time, so a 4-pitch walk to Darnell. And that'll bring up Ava Taylor, the first baseman. Senior infielder for this Fort Madison team, hitting .235 on the year. 4 hits so far, but obviously a veteran of this Fort Madison team. Had 8 hits to her name last season, so on pace to surpass her junior year tally. Can play third base, is playing first in the field today. And looking to maybe bring in a run here. She was late on that one, fouls that backwards. So the count goes to 0-2. Big pitch coming here for Colby Griner. She looks to strand a pair of Bloodhound runners. Here comes the 0-2 to Taylor. She chopped up foul. Almost the exact same swing as before, so Taylor still just a little bit late on it. Another 0-2 pitch coming here for Taylor. That one in the dirt. Olivia Anderson covered that one, so runners will stay put. Counts 1-2. Once again, Griner just a little bit loose with some of these pitches. And as that one's lined into center and down, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs here. Taylor had been making good contact with it, was just a little bit late, but a solid drive into shallow center there. And that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Olivia Buckner. Buckner, first pitch to her too high. 2 hits on the year for her. Obviously not the hitter you maybe want up necessarily for Fort Madison, but obviously an encouraging sign for the rest of this game to get 3 runners on after Griner was so dialed in the start to start the game. And Coach Ben Oberman just going to have a meeting with her. The pitches, some have been in the dirt, a little bit high, a little bit outside. Griner, of course, just a sophomore, being so dependent on at the pitcher or in the circle for Washington this season. Oberman's just going to be reminding her to get control. Obviously plenty of trust in both Griner and Bella Salazar. But a hitter's count here to Buckner. Can the Bloodhounds capitalize? Here's the 2-0. That one's low again. So a 3-0 count here, and real danger of walking in the first run of the game for Fort Madison. The 3-0. And that one's watched high. And just like that, the Bloodhounds are on the board. So a 2-1 game. Anderson now going to chat with Griner. She's had now 2 4-pitch walks in this bottom half or top half of the second. And the top of the order back up here for Fort Madison. Fouguet coming back up. Struck out in the first, and certainly Griner looking to do the same, but that one again outside. This is a much more advantageous position if you're Fort Madison, with Fouguet up, a lot stronger of a hitter. That one's in there for a strike, and will feel good for Griner just to see one go through in the zone. That one high, it gets by Anderson. Runner didn't attempt to go. Tying run on third is Darnell. 2-1 count to Fouguet. That one inside for strike number 2. And a much better at bat already for Griner. Will be big if she can limit the damage to just 1 run. Still bases loaded. The 2-2. Swung on and chopped towards second. Or short, excuse me, and the play made that time by Salazar. And 3 runners stranded, but a run scores for Fort Madison. They trail 2-1. So we'll head to the bottom of the second.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. Welcome back to Washington, where the sun is starting to peek out just over the Demon dugout. And it's the Demons with a 2-1 lead over against Fort Madison. Washington up 2-1, but Fort Madison able to get a little bit of a 2-out rally going, loaded the bases twice, did end up stranding 3 runners, but Colby Griner walking in a run to have Washington's advantage. It was a good bottom half of the first. Can Washington continue that here with Hallie Cuddebeck, who swings at the first pitch and misses? Cuddebeck, 13 hits on the year for her, has scored 13 times, driven in 5 runs, will lead things off, but swings wildly at that pitch outside and down 0-2 to Jordan Marshall. There's the 0-2. That one's watched outside for ball number 1. Cuddebeck, a veteran of this Washington program, 16 hits and 54 at-bats last year. Got a 1 hit in 2023 as well. Managed to hit even in 2022 as a freshman. That pitch high, and it's 2-2. Cuddebeck has also worked in relief a little bit for Washington in the circle. 1-0 record on the year for her this season in 5 appearances. 3rd straight ball after getting Cuddebeck down 0-2. Marshall slaps the ball back in her glove in frustration and now has to deal with the count full Cutterback chops that one back foul. Marshall, no strikeouts in that first inning. Another payoff pitch is in the dirt, and Cutterback will take her base and did well to work her way back into that at-bat. You can see Marshall frustrated in the circle at that one. Has to dial back in with Mackenzie Messer, the left fielder, up for her first at-bat of the game. Messer, a freshman, playing in left field. Catcher also listed as one of her positions this season. 7 hits on the year for her and 28 at-bats. .250 average for the freshman. Shows bunt, pitches high, and Cutterback will take second. Washington, they're an eager base running team and been able to take a few extra bases on some wild pitches by Marshall. Salazar advanced to third after a double to lead off this game. Here's the 1-1 to Messer. She fouls that, clanks off the Demon dugout. Showed bunt. Obviously the slap hit could be in play here as well for Messer. Fouls that one back. Messer does have 9 runs batted in this season on her 7 hits, so has taken advantage when runners are on base. When she's up, she fouls that one, made some good contact on it. Another 1-2 pitch will come to her. The 1-2 to Messer. A pitch in the dirt, and Cutterback will cruise into third. So yet again, wild pitches leading to base runners in scoring position for Washington. And a 2-2 count with no outs here in the bottom of the second. That one lifted foul yet again down first base line, so Messer doing well to stay in this at-bat. Made some solid contact on it. Messer has started every game for Washington coming into this evening's matchup. And so this will be the first of these two teams, first of 3 games between these two teams. Is another one is a lofted foul. Messer went 2 of 3 a couple of games ago in that 5-4 win over Durant, a team ranked high in Class 2A. She lines that one in foul territory. That one wasn't able to be caught out there and right by Ford Madison, so we'll go yet again. A lengthy at-bat here for Messer. Certainly a big momentum swing for either team if Marshall can strike her out. If Messer can get on base. Chops that one foul. It's near the dugout. Wasn't able to be caught as it bounced off the dugout that time. First baseman Ava Taylor was over there chasing it. Mentioned Messer, a 2 for 3 outing against Durant. That was a big win for Washington. Durant's ranked second in Class 2A. Washington 9th in 3A, as that one's lined right at Taylor that time, and she is able to make the catch. So 1 away after a long at-bat. We'll bring up Natalie Hartman.
Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Natalie Hartman.
Natalie Hartman, another freshman, playing third for Washington, the righty. First pitch is low. Hartman, 6 hits and 32 plate appearances, has also started every game for Washington. It's been a consistent lineup for Ben Oberman. The 1-0 is collected. It's short. Nice play made, but the throw is not in time, and Hartman will be safe and score the third run of the game for Washington. It was a good play there by Kylie Lamino to get to it. Prevented it from trickling into left, but couldn't make the throw in time. So just one away, and an RBI single for Hartman. It's 3-1. So the end of the order, Reagan Miller, the second baseman up for the Demons. Miller, also a freshman for the Demons. 3 freshmen at the bottom of their batting order. Does have a team high 3 sacrifice flies, though. Hartman not in scoring position. Hard hit ball to short. Gets by that time, and it'll be an infield single for Hartman, or for Miller, excuse me. So some nice batting by the end of the order for Washington. And after making a nice play, but unable to make the throw, there was Lamino. She couldn't corral that one, what would have been the second out of the game, and now it's Leighton Salazar on with only 1 away and 2 runners. Dangerous territory here for Fort Madison. That one likely will go down as an error for Lamino. Miller, or excuse me, Jordan Marshall rather, chatting with her catcher. Lawrence is behind the plate as that one's lofted and caught by Sanad. The throwback to second is not in time. So nearly a big end of the inning for Fort Madison. Instead, Hartman safe at second, but a nice catch by Emma Sanad out there and left on a liner from Salazar. That'll bring up Ella Greiner with 2 away. First pitch inside for strike number 1. 3-1 lead for Washington. Able to increase their lead back to 2 here in this bottom half of the inning after Fort Madison scored with 2 outs to start the second. Here's the 0-1. That one bounces inside to Greiner. Close play at second there. Sanad had a ball get past her by Salazar in the first, but able to snatch that liner as that one's chopped straight backwards. So a hard hit, 1-2 count. Greiner, an RBI single in the first inning. The 1-2 hit high in the gap between center and second, and a nice catch made to end the inning there by Olivia Buckner. And we will go to the third with Washington up 3-1 on Fort Madison here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Your adventure starts here. Capra Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capra Auto Group. See yourself with Capra Experience.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Back here to start the third inning between Washington and Fort Madison here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. It's the Demons with a 3-1 lead over their conference foes, looking to improve to 6-0 in conference play. Fort Madison would jump to 4-2 in the SEC. Not only that, but they would jump past Fairfield into second place as well. Both Washington and Fort Madison have faced off against Fairfield, as well as Burlington in conference play, as Colby Griner back in the circle gave up a run with 2 outs last inning and will face Fort Madison's pitcher, Jordan Marshall, who flew out in the first. The 1-0, excuse me, is again in the dirt. And once again, Griner has had a little bit of struggles with command, as has Marshall. Both pitchers have had some wayward at-bats. Marshall, we'll see how she responds after a marathon at-bat for Mackenzie Messer for Washington last inning. Here's the 2-0 and a third pitch in the dirt. Griner was communicating with the Washington dugout. Wonder here if maybe she's going to change her approach. It's kind of pointing up, but here's the 3-0. That one's low and another 4-pitch walk. The third of the game for Griner. And Marshall will take first base. Bring up Briley Lawrence, who struck out swinging in the first. First pitch in the dirt. And Oberman's going to come out to the mound. I wonder if, don't want to speculate too much, but I wonder if Griner maybe pulled up or is dealing with something, but Oberman going to bring in his infield. Every pitch so far this inning was in the dirt and inside. It looks like we are going to have a pitching change as Cuddebeck is going to warm up for Washington. And obviously, the hope is that Griner isn't dealing with any sort of injury. But Hallie Cuddebeck is going to take some warm-up pitches in the circle. Mentioned when she had an at-bat previously, 5 appearances. Does have a 1-0 record. Has pitched just over 6 innings this season. Has been in relief for Washington. Faced 34 batters. Batters hitting .412 against her. Has 6 earned runs on the year. Walked 1 batter, has a 6.63 ERA. So we'll come in to deal some big-time innings with Griner now out. So we'll see how that changes things for both teams. And a good sign is Griner is going to take up a position in second. Briley Lawrence showing bunt. Runner will advance to second as Anderson couldn't make the throw in time. So a 1-1 count here to Briley Lawrence. So Cuddebeck trying to establish some momentum. That one inside, and Marshall will advance again to third. Seen plenty of pass balls here in this game from both teams. So a 2-1 count here for Briley Lawrence. That one chopped toward third. Play able to be made. Throw in time for out number 1, but Marshall will score and make it a 3-2 game. Play made that time over at third by Tate Huffman, who is at the flex spot in the hitting order for Washington, so hasn't taken any at-bats, but is playing third. Made a nice throw over to first for out number 1. Cuddebeck. 1-0 count. Nice pitch inside for strike number 1. Dealing here with against Kylie Lumino, the shortstop. Lumino chops that one towards second. Tough play, but made in the end by Colby Griner, who is out there at second for out number 2. So some nice at-bats for Cuddebeck in relief.
Now batting number 23, Emma
Looking to hold Fort Madison to just 1 run here in this top of the 3rd inning. Emma Sanad will come up. Sanad chops that one right back to Cuddebeck, and that will be out number 3. So a good ending in relief, but a new pitcher in for Washington. There'll be a backup to bat in the bottom of the 3rd here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Do you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers.
Yes.
Straight in the bottom of the 3rd. we talk on all over the world. Out of There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
Back here at Washington softball field, where we have reached the bottom of the 3rd in a good game so far between the Demons and the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. Fort Madison able to add a run with a pitching change for Washington. Hallie Cuddebeck now dealing. Colby Griner relieved of her pitching duties, still playing second base in the field and is up here for her second at bat of the game. Griner, the 1-0. Hits that one deep to left. It's back at the wall and down bounces off the wall, and Griner will cruise in for a double. Well hit. Too high to make the play there for Sanad in left. And a good start for Colby Griner in the 3rd. So a double for Colby Griner. We'll bring up Olivia Anderson. Colby Griner, her 5th double of the year. That matches Anderson's output of 5 so far this season. And Anderson, a real opportunity to drive in a run. Keep the scoring going for Washington. There's the 1-0 to her. She flies that one to left center. A couple of players around it, and making the catch in the grass that time was the shortstop Kylie Lumino. He's made one nice play today earlier. Couldn't make the throw. That'll bring up Bella Salazar with one away. Salazar flew out in the 1st. First pitch to her outside or away for a ball. The 1-0. Salazar watches that inside for a strike. Bella Salazar, could she potentially be used if Cuddebeck, who's only pitched just over 6 innings, is going to have to go the rest of the way? Obviously, Salazar, the other pitcher in this Washington rotation. Be interesting if she steps into the circle or if Coach Oberman will trust Cuddebeck to deal out the rest of the game. Something to watch in the field, but Salazar, a capable hitter as well for Washington, has been a part of this team since 2021. So that one gets by the third baseman that time, and Salazar will cruise in, and another error in the field for Fort Madison.
Now batting number 19, Hallie Cuddeback.
It was Tate Huffman unable to make the play. That'll bring up the new pitcher in this game, Cuddebeck. Cuddeback walked in the second. Showed bunt, pulled it back, throw over to third. Will not have a play as Griner able to cruise back into third. Griner on third. The pinch runner over at second is Mia Davies, the freshman, as Cuddebeck watches that one for ball number 2. Washington 3-2 in their last 5 games, faced some really good competition in the Iowa City West Softball Classic. Lost to Prairie and Davenport West, bounced back with a win over Durant, another ranked team, and had a humbling one against Assumption, lost 14-1, but bounced back in conference play with 2 wins over Fairfield leading into this one. Trying to add to their 1-run lead here in the third as Cuddebeck fouls that one off the tip of her bat, and it's 2-2. Opportunity for Cuddebeck. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Rise ball there from Marshall. And a big strikeout. Her first of the game.
Now batting number 23, Mackenzie Messer.
That'll bring up Mackenzie Messer, who had a marathon at bat. Ended up lining out to first. Watches ball 1. The 1-0 to Messer. Change up. Nice pitch there for Marshall, who has seemed to get a little bit more in a groove, trying to get her first scoreless inning. Just registered her first strikeout of the game. Looking to end the inning and strand 2 runners in scoring position. That one's high at inside for ball number 2. Messer, just a freshman, 1-3 to end this order for Washington. They had made some good contact the last time it was up as Messer lines that one, and it's in foul territory down the first base line. Seen Messer make some good contact on it, and hasn't quite been able to just get the perfect amount of contact on it to keep some of these hits fair, and it's 2-2. And here it is, Messer. Sort of a skeptical swing there and was late on it, but fouls it back. And again, staying in the at-bat here is Messer. Two again, and fouled back again. Messer, if nothing else, going to tire out Jordan Marshall. Here's the 2-2. Lines that one again down the first base line. Continues to fight off pitches. Here is Messer. Mentioned before, 7 hits on the year for her. 28 at-bats, has reached second 3 times, can make good contact on it, as you've seen. 9 RBI as well, so this is a batter Ben Oberman certainly won't mind having up with 2 runners in scoring position. Real big moment in the game, it feels like, for both Marshall and Messer. Washington trying to potentially break this game open. Pitch is high and away, and Messer will take her base, and the base is loaded for Natalie Hartman, who already has an RBI today, had a single in the second inning. Boy, would this be a big opportunity again with 2 outs. Hartman, another freshman, playing third in the field for Washington. Takes the first one inside for strike 1. Hartman, 6 RBI this season, hitting 188 on the year. Good contact, but pops straight up to second. Play is made, and 3 runs will be stranded for the first scoreless inning for the Demons. We'll head to the 4th, with Fort Madison coming up looking to tie this game here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Back here for the start of the 4th inning, and it was the Demons leaving 3 runners stranded for their first scoreless half inning of the game. Hallie Cuddebeck now the pitcher for Washington after Colby Griner, was pulled earlier. It looked like maybe he was dealing with just a little bit of a knock, had lost some command of that zone. She's at second now. And Cuddebeck gets the first out of the inning, has pitched well so far to start things out. Get some love for her teammates as Lacey Gathers grounds out. So Lucia Darnell, just an 8th grader, walked on 4 straight pitches in the second with Griner still in. Griner did get 3 strikeouts to start the game, 1 run given up. So now it's Cuddebeck facing and getting up 2-0 here on Lucia Darnell. That one misses for ball 1. Darnell has made some good contact. Just an 8th grader, like I mentioned, for this Fort Madison team. Washington has a couple as well. Darnell hitting .167 with a .367 OPS. 4 hits for her this season. Got her second walk of the year against Griner. Looking for another good outcome here, but down 1-2. That one high and away. So a 2-2 count. It's the Fort Madison team. You look at Darnell, an 8th grader. They had to get a lot younger. Had lost several players from last season as Darnell chops that right at Cuddebeck, and it'll be out number 2. That'll bring up Ava Kaler. That's 4 straight groundouts here for the pitcher Cuddebeck. So batter's making contact, but not decent contact for Fort Madison. Bloodhound's team going back to that lost a few players. Their star, Gabrielle Rubel, 46 hits, 7 home runs last year. First team All-SEC honors, so they have to replace a lot of power from a season when they went 14-19. Sort of dealt with some injuries last year. Now relying on a bit more youth. Have certainly a tough test against Washington, who has set the tone in the SEC this season. As that one misses inside, and it's a early 3-0 count here to Ava Taylor. The 3-0 in there for strike number 1. Nice recovery pitch there, and saw a couple 4-pitch walks for Greiner before she went out. Cuddebeck looking not to replicate that. Here's the 3-1. That one misses away. So Taylor able to take her base, and 1 is aboard with 2 away here in the top of the 4th. End of the order up. Olivia Buckner also walked on 4 pitches in the 2nd inning. First pitch inside for strike number 1. Buckner walked with the bases loaded. That scored the first run of the game for Fort Madison. Down 0-2 after sawing that one foul. The 0-2, that one too high. This is a big learning moment for Hallie Cuddebeck. Obviously a veteran already for this Washington team, but it's nice for Ben Oberman to have a player like her to go to in a moment where certainly would have expected Greiner to pitch for longer and see this game out potentially, and to be able to turn to someone like Cuddebeck, who has been in spots like this before, has plenty of experience. Certainly good for Washington to have a vet at the circle able to step in and try and take over. Doing a decent job so far. 2-2 pitch coming to Buckner. That one outside, and the count is full. This Fort Madison team looking to bounce back from after splitting a doubleheader. As that one's inside for strike number 3, and Cuddebeck retires the side. No runs come in for Fort Madison. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th with Washington up 3-2 here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Summer is here, and Fairway's got you covered all baseball and softball season long. With a large variety and low prices, Fairway is the easy home run choice for all your grocery needs. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Back here at Washington softball field for the unofficial halfway point of this game between Washington and Fort Madison. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Fairway Meat and Grocery. Watching Demon softball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Tail end of the order up for the Demons. It's Reagan Miller, who did single back in the second. Part of a couple good at-bats for the end of the order. Natalie Hartman got an RBI single. The at-bat prior is some good contact and a pop-up into center, but an easy catch in the end. Drifting back was Olivia Buckner, who struck out swinging to end the top half of the fourth, and the top of the order back up for Washington. Now it's Leighton Salazar, lined out to left, and has a double here today. Shows bunt on the first pitch. Scored a run as well, Salazar, after advancing to third on that double. Started off the scoring for Washington. And she give them a kick with one out. Watches that one low and away for strike, or for our ball number one, excuse me. So the 1-1 to Salazar. Pops that one again to left, and Sanad over there to make the catch. So third straight hit into left field. She got that one past Sanad for that double, but Emma, the sophomore, able to make a couple of catches to curtail Salazar, one of the best hitters in the Southeast Conference. And for Madison, be grateful to get her out and hoping for back-to-back scoreless innings for the Demons. But Ella Greiner, certainly another capable hitter. Her and Salazar have been some of the most talented hitters in this Washington team for a long time. Last season, Greiner was second only to Salazar with a .453 average, had a 1.15 OPS. Up 2-1 in the count here with 2 outs. Watches that one high, and we'll go to 3-1. Greiner, second to Salazar in those categories as well, hit .475 in 2023. Had 28 hits in 2022. Even played as an 8th grader in 2021 and got 37 hits as she chops that one toward short and will get there for an infield single. Throw was high that time by Kylie Lamino, who has been busy at short and has had some tough balls to field. And so a 2-out single for Ella Greiner. That will bring up Colby Greiner. Was relieved from her duties to get some powerful contact. Hits that one to left into foul territory, and over. Catch able to be made by Emma Sanad, who sprinted over from left field to make it, and that will retire the side. We'll head to the top of the 5th here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. Well, after a scoreless fourth, it is still a tight 3-2 ball game with Washington leading Fort Madison here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Top of the order, back up for the Bloodhounds. It's Ava Fouguet. Grounded out and struck out in her first 2 appearances. Looking to get things started after a scoreless fourth. But Fort Madison hung around, has a pair of runs in the second and the third inning. Fouquet chops that one into right field, and the catch able to be made by Hallie Cutterbeck out there.
Now batting number 5, Jordan Marshall.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Jordan Marshall. Marshall with one away, lines that one toward left, and sprinting for it and catching it is Mackenzie Messer. So 2 away on 2 pitches for Washington, and so nice dealing again for Cutterbeck. Fort Madison's made a little bit more contact on it, but nothing too definitive, and Cutterbeck playing very well in relief so far. First pitch inside toward Briley Lawrence. Struck out in the first inning, grounded out in the third. The 0-1 pitch is high. One. Hard hit to short. Salazar throw over in time, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Hallie Cutterbeck. We will go quickly to the bottom of the 5th here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Washington in the lead.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Keota my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
After a quick top of the 5th inning, Washington looking to add to a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. It's turned into a little bit of a pitcher's duel between the starter for Fort Madison, Jordan Marshall, and Hallie Cutterbeck, who came in relief of Colby Griner. Marshall, back-to-back scoreless innings, looking to keep things going. Facing Olivia Anderson here to start the 5th for the Demons. Anderson had a sac fly in the first inning that drove in the second run of the ball game, flew out in the third in her first 2 at-bats. Another talented and tenured Washington Demon. Anderson, 45 hits last year. That was the second most on the team behind Salazar. Led this team with 43 RBI a year ago as well. So a good batter to start things off for Washington. First pitch to her in the dirt for ball 1. Anderson takes that one in for ball 2. Anderson started her career in 2022 for Washington. Had 12 hits as a freshman. Last season, 24 as a sophomore with 18 RBI. She's been here for a while. She chops that one to short. Nice play that time, and the throw in time there for Kylie Lamino. Has had all sorts to do at shortstop and retires Anderson with a good throw over for out number 1.
Now batting number 14, Bella Salazar.
So Bella Salazar coming up, the first baseman. Singled her last time up in the third inning, flew out in the first. One away, and Jordan Marshall, credit to her. Washington has gotten plenty of contact on it. Marshall just the one strikeout so far, but Washington just hasn't been able to get any definitive hits. A lot of them have been slapped in the infield. I mentioned over there at short, Lamino has been quite busy, made a few good plays. Emma Sanat has had a few nice catches out there and left. It's the 1-1 pitch is low to Salazar. Feels like which batter is going to break the respective pitcher first in this tight ball game. Conference play, Washington with an undefeated record on the line. That one hit near the handle of the bat for Salazar, fouled off, so it'll go to 2-2. Washington, as I mentioned, scored 25 runs over 2 games against Fairfield in their last time out on June 9th. The Bats were red hot in that game after they put up just one against Assumption. But have won a couple of close games, beat Atumwa 3-2, of course, on a walk-off bunt. Had that 5-4 win, as well as Salazar chops that one foul down the third base line. Still a full count for her. Washington won 5-4 on the campus of the University of Iowa against Durant. That's part of that Iowa City West Softball Classic. Got really tested in that tournament. We'll play another this weekend as Salazar flies that one down the third base line, and catch is made on the run that time. There by Tate Huffman, rather.
Not bad, number 19, Hallie Cutterback.
So that'll bring up Hallie Cutterback with 2 away. And Washington Bats, after a couple of runs in the first 2 innings, all three of their runs in the first 2 innings have just been unable to take advantage. Loaded the bases a few innings ago, left all those runners stranded. See if Cutterback, the pitcher, can make something happen with 2 away, but swings at that in the dirt. Count is 0-2 to her. Cutterback hit off the end of her bat and fouled. Cutterback swings and misses, and nothing doing yet again for Washington. They still hold the 3-2 lead, but Fort Madison, can they threaten it as we go to the 6th here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network?
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day,
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
while always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Wow, version. Yes, great.
We talk on all over the world.
Out of There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
Cold. It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
Top of the 6th here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Washington with a narrow 3-2 lead over Fort Madison. Both teams have been held scoreless for the last few innings after some early damage in a tightly contested game, as Kylie Lamino will come up. It was a quick 1-2-3 inning. Only a few pitches for Hallie Cutterback, who has come in relief and done well. That one inside to Lamino. That pitch outside for ball 2 and has developed into a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Jordan Marshall got her second strikeout of the game to end the 5th inning as Lamino grounds that to short, and the play made by Salazar. And one away quickly for Hallie Cuddebeck.
Now batting, number 23, Emma Sinad.
That'll bring up Emma Sinad, left fielder for this Fort Madison team. Has been busy in the field this evening. First pitch away for ball number 1. To say I admire the support as well for Washington. Every time Cuddebeck has gotten an out, her teammates have gone over and patted her on the back for some support. Obviously, some big innings. She had only pitched 6.1 innings coming into this game. They're gonna nearly double that tonight if she does indeed continue and go the full way. With the scoreline the way it is, potentially have to get a save as well for Washington. The 1-1 to Sinad, fouled back, and a 1-2 count. Mentioned that short inning. It was 2 outs on 2 pitches. I believe only 5 pitches in total in the 5th. It's been efficient. Fort Madison's been able to make contact, as has Washington, and credit to Jordan Marshall on the other side in the circle for the Bloodhounds. Both teams have made contact, just haven't been able to take advantage with runners on. So that one's chopped foul up the third base line. There was some sloppy play early. Both teams were able to advance some runners on some wild pitches, particularly Washington. That's the reason why they have their lead. But Marshall's been dialed since then. See which pitcher cracks first. Is a 2-2 count here. Pitch is outside, and so the count rises to full. Don't know if the fans agreed with that one. It looked like it was enough in the zone, but umpire behind the plate has a better view than we do. Full count. Pitch is swung through by Sinad, and 2 are away for Washington, and a big pitch it felt like there for Cuddebeck.
Now batting number 32, Lacey Gathers.
That'll bring up Lacey Gathers, the designated player. Single and a ground out in her 2 plate appearances so far. First pitch in there for strike number 1. The pitch looked like it kind of dropped a little bit down to the bottom of the zone there, and second one is away, but Cuddebeck has just had nice command. Mentioned with both her and Marshall, they'll take the induced contact all day as long as it's not definitive and leading to hits, and it really hasn't for either pitcher since those early runs. That one, though, blooped into right center, and just as I say that, a bit of a jinx there is a single there for Gathers, her second hit of the ball game. So 1 is aboard with 2 outs.
Now batting 15, Lucia Darnell.
So Lucia Darnell, the 8th grader, in what feels like a really big moment to maybe advance a runner for Fort Madison. Walked her first plate appearance, grounded out in the 4th inning the last time she was up. 8th grader's short career has had some solid moments so far, is trusted by Coach Doherty for Fort Madison as that one's rolled to short. A somewhat tough play for Salazar, but she has been dynamite at shortstop in the field today and retires the side. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Still 3-2 Washington with a big chance to add to it before the 7th here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
I love helping people. I I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back here for the bottom of the sixth is Washington looking to add some insurance with a 3-2 lead. I'd like to remind you, Washington Demons softball on Southeast Iowa Video Network presented by Fairway Meat and Grocery is a hard hit ball straight back to the pitcher, Jordan Marshall. Retires Rick Mackenzie Messer. And a short at-bat for Messer, just one pitch, just runs contrary to what she's had so far. Has had some long ones in her 2 plate appearances up to that point, but a big first out for Madison as they look to keep the score at 3-2 to try and tie the game up in a big moment in the young career for either Hartman or Miller up next. The end of the order will come up to start the 7th for Fort Madison as well. Here's the 2-2 to Hartman. Swung on and missed at the high pitch, and 2 are away. Jordan Marshall. Jordan Marshall has continued to get better and better as this game has gone on for Fort Madison. Can Reagan Miller snap her momentum maybe? First pitch is inside and low for ball number 1. Reagan Miller, 4 hits this season, had 3 entering the game. Got that single like I mentioned. 21 at-bats for her. Obviously, all 3 freshmen in Messer, Hartman, and Miller hoping to be big-time parts of Coach Ben Oberman's team going forward, but the 2-0 pitch taken inside for strike number 1 by Miller. But can they have a big moment in her young career? Hard hit ball into left center. That'll drop for a base hit. And Miller is aboard, and that will bring up Leighton Salazar. And a huge moment here for the Demons. Looking to get something going with 2 outs, and Salazar could be the bat to do just that. Started the game with a leadoff double. Has lined out to left twice in her next 2 at-bats. Has hit it to left all 3 times she's been at the plate. Despite being a lefty herself, with the 0-1 comes in and it's outside for ball number 2. Salazar looking to make something happen. She's made some nice plays at shortstop as well in the field to keep Fort Madison at bay. 3 scoreless innings for the visitors tonight, but 3 as well for Washington. And Jordan Marshall looking to make it 4, but is down 2-1 here to Salazar. Salazar, I must say, with a nice colorful bat gloves bat combo. I like the pink-yellow bat, and hoping to drive one on that pink barrel. She gets some contact on it, but fouls down the third base line. She leads off for this Washington team, and in my opinion, leads in the accessory drip factor as well. It has a Big 2-2 pitch coming from Jordan Marshall. Gets her bat on, and that one gets through for another base hit. And 2 are aboard with 2 outs. So Salazar takes care of business, and that will bring up Ella Greiner. And with 2 aboard, another massive opportunity for another veteran of this Demons team. Greiner singled in the 4th, an RBI single in the 1st. She has been one of the only players that has cracked Marshall so far tonight. Pitch upstairs for ball number 1. Greiner said it already, has been among this Washington setup since she was an 8th grader back in 2021. The 1-0, another 1 high, and so a 2-0 count to her. Greiner, just the player you want if you're Ben Oberman, has been through all sorts of big moments in her career and is up 3-0. Can she deliver? Likely going to get a pitch she can hit here. Ella Greiner will take her base and load the bases. A 4-pitch walk to the senior, and her cousin Colby going to try and deliver. Colby Greiner was relieved after just over 2 innings of work from the circle. Is over at second in the field. Got herself a double back in the 3rd. Flew out in the 1st and flew out as well in the 4th. With the bases loaded. Huge moment here. Just a sophomore, has also been involved in the Demons setup since she's been in 8th grade. That one outside, and Marshall having a little bit of trouble with some command and walking in an insurance run, certainly not what she wants to do. And her catcher, Briley Lawrence, going to call time. So a huge moment for Colby Greiner. Is very capable at the plate as she is in the circle. Added to her 13 hits coming into this game. 9 RBI as well. Hitting in the 3rd spot for a reason, and a golden opportunity to add some, what feels like some crucial insurance. As good as Cutterbeck has been, giving a reliever will be huge. Giving the reliever some insurance will be huge. Greiner takes that one inside for strike number 1. Cutterbeck or a senior as well, but certainly would love to have some more runs to work with. That one inside, for ball number 3. Oh, another potentially hittable pitch coming for Colby Greiner. The 3-1 is too high, and that will walk in a run and keep the bases loaded. So 1 insurance run does come for the Demons. They take a 4-2 lead. Keep the bases loaded with 2 outs. So Jordan Marshall is just trying to find the strike zone, and another dangerous hitter in Olivia Anderson up. She hasn't been able to reach base yet today. Did have a sacrifice fly in the 1st inning, but has flown out and grounded out since. Boy, Jordan Marshall needs her to do one of those 2 things here. She does find the zone on that first pitch for a strike. You might argue that only 1 Washington run might feel like a win for Fort Madison, though it is insurance nonetheless for the Demons. Can they add some more courtesy of Anderson? 0-1 in there for strike 2. 2 really good pitches for Marshall. The 0-2 coming to Olivia Anderson. Pops that one into left. Under it is Sanad, and she will make the catch. So Fort Madison escapes to the 7th with just 1 run allowed, 3 stranded for Washington. We'll go to the 7th, see if Hallie Cutterbeck can close it out for the Demons. We'll come back in a moment here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you. Summer is here, and Fairway's got you covered all baseball and softball season long. With a large variety and low prices, Fairway is the easy home run choice for all your grocery needs. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
Back here for the top of the 7th between Washington and Fort Madison here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. It's the Demons with a 4-2 lead. 2 runs to work with for the senior Hallie Cuddeback. She replaced Colby Griner in the 2nd inning and has been dealing since. 3 straight scoreless innings for Fort Madison after adding a pair of runs in the 2nd and 3rd. And Cuddeback looking to close things out with the bottom of the order coming up for Fort Madison. It's been turned into a pitcher's battle. Jordan Marshall was able to strand the bases, but Washington was able to manufacture 1 run with 2 outs, which is very worth noting for the Demons at the moment. They were able to get some runs going. It was the end of the order doing the work. Reagan Miller getting on base that set things up for the good hitters at the top. And now Cuddeback will look to close things out in what's been her biggest outing of the season. She'd only pitched just over 6 innings coming into this game. Gets things started with a strike to Ava Taylor, who does have a walk and a single here today, but a big strike, too, to the 8-hitter. Felt like Taylor reached at that one a little bit. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, chopped foul, and Taylor able to stay in the at-bat. And it's been Cuddeback able to induce a lot of contact. Both her and Marshall have had similar outings. It's felt like players able to get the barrel on the ball, but haven't been able to drive it really or find many gaps. And you'll take it any way you get there. That pitch dropped, but not enough in the eyes of the umpire, so it'll be a 1-2 or 1-2 count. The 1-2 to Taylor. That one's low. The count rises to 2-2. Cuddeback having to work her way back here. Would feel like a big first out. Obviously does have now an extra insurance run to play with. 2-2. Hit foul down the third base line. Good work for Taylor to stay in the at-bat. Ava Taylor, a senior. Although she's at the end of the order, definitely a good player to be up for Fort Madison, a veteran. Not going to get nervous in a situation like this. Here's the 2-2. Swung on in that hit off of Taylor. Looked like right above her ankle. Take a minute just to get back to her feet. Never fun, and Taylor just taking a moment. Looks like she'll stay in here, and we'll have another 2-2 pitch coming. Here's the 2-2 coming from Hallie Cuddeback. Oh, and away for ball 3. Oh, end up what looked like could have been a quick first out again for Hallie Cuddeback. It's turned into a lengthy at-bat for Ava Taylor. Can the senior deliver a good leadoff? Swung on, hit toward third. Throw is in time for out number 1. Nice play that time by Natalie Hartman, the freshman over there at third base. Certainly didn't look like a freshman that time. Made a calm, cool, and collected throw for out number 1. And the 9-hitter, Olivia Buckner, up now for Fort Madison. Buckner struck out in the 4th, walked on 4 pitches in the 2nd, and is up 1-0 in the count early. Buckner, a senior as well, only making her third appearance in the last 8 games for Fort Madison, as that one's lined to shortstop, Salazar there, and able to retire the second out. And just like they have all game, Washington over to Pat Cuddeback on the back, and
Now batting number 18, Ava Fugette.
just some really good dealing for the reliever Cuddeback here. This is the top of the order now, though. Ava Fugette hasn't reached base yet today, and Cuddeback trying to get out of here with the win. 1-1 count coming to the leadoff hitter, Fugette. That one too high for ball 2. That pitch, a good one in there for strike number 1. Painting the lower third of the zone that time, Cuddeback. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and Fort Madison down to their last pitch here. 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Lined down the first base line, but fouled off. Fugette, good contact that time. If Fugette can get on base, it will feel dangerous for Fort Madison. Jordan Marshall coming up. Riley Lawrence would be after her. Washington looking to not let them see the plate. Fugette hammers that one and will get on base. Singles into left, and isn't this fun? Pitcher versus pitcher. Jordan Marshall has had a good day in the circle, save for that last run she gave up. And will now try to keep the Bloodhounds alive with a runner on first. First pitch to Marshall, in there for strike number 1. Jordan Marshall has walked. Flew out in the first, lined out in the fourth. Scored for one of Fort Madison's 2 runs as well. That one chopped down the third base line and dribbles foul. That one was spinning a little bit. Hartman thought about maybe collecting it. But an 0-2 count. Down to their last strike once again, the Bloodhounds. The 0-2 to Fugette is away. The throw down to first. Anderson hesitated initially, and Fugette also just kind of stood in no man's land there for a second before diving back and is safe at first. That would be some way to end it for Washington on pickoff attempt by Anderson. The 1-2. Pitch high, 2-2 count. Jordan Marshall. She's hitting 400. 2-2 is away. Full count coming. She does lead this team in singles, Jordan Marshall. 2 RBI. Anderson just going to try and calm Cuddeback down. We've seen some really good support from the rest of the Washington defense for their reliever. Trying to get out of here with a win and improve Washington to 6-0 in conference play. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss! And Cuddeback does just that, finishing off Fort Madison. Washington does stay perfect in Southeast Conference play and finishes off the Bloodhounds with a 4-2 win in 7 innings. We'll cut to a quick break, recap things with a post-game show here from Washington Softball Stadium. Your final, the Demons 4, Fort Madison 2. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap things up.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kielder my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Your adventure starts here. Caparotto Group, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Caparotto Group. See yourself the Capra experience.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Welcome back to Washington softball field, where it is the Washington Demons getting the win over the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. So welcome you into the Community First Credit Union post-game show. It was the Demons, 4 runs on 9 hits over Fort Madison, who get just 2 runs on 5 themselves. And a good win for Washington, who had to make it felt like a little bit of an unexpected pitching change. We welcome you into the broadcast setup. Jack Knowlton joining you. And Washington, it was Hallie Cuddebeck who had to come in and deal in the second after Colby Greiner started the game out and had to come in relief, ended up playing second, still batted for Washington, but Cuddebeck, credit to her, pitched several scoreless innings and was able to really shut down those Fort Madison batters. And it was a close game. It was a good fight by the Bloodhounds. Jordan Marshall, their pitcher, pitched 3 scoreless innings until that 6th, where Washington was able to add what felt like a fairly crucial insurance run. You never knew when Cuddebeck might have surrendered a few hitters, but she was absolutely dialed in the 7th. It was, a senior for this Washington team, is, been through some of these moments of adversity before and was able to stay locked in and able to get the win. Washington doing it well with their bats. Leighton Salazar started things out with a double, got driven in later on, able to take her base on a wild pitch with some early errors that really let Fort Madison down and was able to advance a few runners. Washington, Ella Greiner, an RBI single that later drove in that Salazar run. That ended up being it. Washington was able to ride out a few quieter innings, get that insurance run in the 7th, and will improve to 6-0 in Southeast Conference play as a team that's already been battle-tested, played in a tournament earlier in the Iowa City West Softball Classic, got some good tests there, and is able to continue to set the tone in conference play. We'll wrap up the post-game show here with Washington once again able to achieve a 4-2 win over Fort Madison. For Jack Knowlton, our great producer, Peter Camp, we will sign off. Next game, next broadcast, you'll see The Washington Demon baseball team will face off against Keokuk on June 16th. We'll have that game for you. Pregame show starts at 5:25. First pitch at 5:30. Once again, the Washington softball team able to knock off Fort Madison 4-2. We'll sign things off here from Washington Demon softball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.